Yo, what's happening, boys and girls? How the devil are we? Shanksy here, and welcome to my roster reviews, where we review yours. Well, maybe not yours, but somebody's roster that's got in touch on the Discord and asked for it, and check it out. We get to see what they're working on, how many days played, how much spent, total collection power, and having a look at their teams. Now, we try and do these reviews as a community, so if you want to see, if you see anything in there that you'd be working on personally, make sure you leave them down below, because the more comments down below, the more it helps out for the person's roster getting reviewed, and the more it helps out for just as a community checking it out and seeing where they stand, what they're working on, and where their roster matches up with how many days played, how much spent, and all that type of good stuff. So the more people that leave advice down below, it really does help out. Hell, you might even disagree with me. That's cool. Leave it down below. I'm intrigued to see it. Let's grow as a community together. Now, if you're interested in getting your roster reviewed, you can join the Discord. The link is down below. Send me a message. There is a small charge for the service, and there are 3 different types, whether it be done within a week, 24 hours, or whether we have a Discord call afterwards and we go through your war teams. All of that stuff is in my Discord if you are interested in getting that done. And basically, the money that we raise from it helps go towards the channel and make more content for Strike Force. So it's like a revolving circle, you know what I'm saying? But enough of me flapping me gums. Let's get straight into it, boys and girls. Yo, what is going on, boys and girls? So today's roster review, we are going to be checking out Mr. Poop. Yep, Mr. Poop is he's been playing for 284 days. He's roughly spent about $400 on the day on the game, and literally just completed Dark Dimension 2 the day before sending all these screenshots over. So massive congratulations on that, my brother. Unlocking Ultron is a huge achievement and an awesome milestone. Fist bump on that, dude. Fist bump on that. So, in that time, he's managed a collection power of 2.4 million, with his strongest team power being 270k. War MVP, a grand total of 10 times for ID Retribution, that gold rank 1 alliance. He's got 123 of the characters collected. He's only got 2 of them at max rank, though. And his all-time arena rank is rank 50, with his latest arena rank being 73. So at the moment, he's working on trying to build 2 solid teams for U7. Now, 2 solid teams is actually quite tough. 2 solid, reliable teams for U7, in my opinion, is really tough, because we have the Holy Trinity in U7, which is obviously Scientist Supreme, Shuri, and Ultron. You know, and then the other 2 are just type of who we can put in. I really like Black Bolt and Yo-Yo, but you can put in Minerva and Falcon for Tech Wing. You can put in Hela and Vision. Like, there's lots of different ways that you can do that. But the real sustainable ones are going to be that Holy Trinity plus 2. Now, a good way of doing U7 would actually then to be build the X-Men as like a real hit the node hard and fast type thing. Probably get wiped, and then go back in with your more reliable team. And that should help you get to 30 and 60% straight away. So, and then obviously working on Ultron and climbing them arena ranks even more. So, without further ado, let's crack into it, baby. So, top of the shop on the roster, we have got a huge juggernaut at 62k there. 6 red stars on that bad boy. Holy moly. I'd be working my ass off to get him up to 7 stars. There's 6 red stars on a jug. That's gonna hit hard, man. Say what? Then we've got 5 red stars on Shocker at 55k, Venom at 52, Jessica Jones at 51, Magneto at 49. Carnage is being blocked by my big fat head. He's 6 red stars on that bad boy as well. At 49k, Star-Lord at 47, Vulture at 47, with Mysterio at 44, and Ultron at 43. So straight away, we can see this is going to be one big old Sinister Six team. I like it a lot. We got the symbiotes in there as well, with Carnage and Venom looking really chunky. I like it a lot. We're moving on down to Mystique at 43k, Symbiote Spider-Man at pretty much 43k. GG on that, dude. 4 red stars as well. Nice. Minerva at 41k, Rhino at 41k, Crossbones at 41, with 6 red stars on Crossbones as well. Holy moly, that is going to hit hard. Punisher at 40k, Green Goblin at 36, pretty much 37, Iron Fist at 35, Daredevil at 33, called him 34, Pyro there at 33.6. Now, straight away, out of all these guys that I would be working on, with this really good combo of Jugs and Magneto, I would probably be giving a little bit of love to Pyro, man. I think Pyro's one of the most underrated toons in the game. He's a blaster, right? He doesn't deal a huge amount of damage, but applying disrupts, clearing positive effects and all that type of stuff, plus making Magneto even faster. Oh, I really like him, man. I really like him. I think he's incredibly underrated. And I've seen him do incredibly well in Dark Dimensions 2 and... I haven't seen him in 3 yet, but I've seen him do well in 2. I've seen him do well in U7. Like, he's a solid character, man. He's a solid toon. Moving on down, we've got Spider-Man at 32, Miles Morales at 32, Vision at 31 with Groot there, Sabretooth, Rescue being blocked by my big fat head at 30k, Luke Cage at 29, Rocket Raccoon at 29, Wolverine at 28, and Falcon at 28.3. So, as I've already said, I will definitely be working for U7 on Falcon. I really like Falcon, I really like the Tech Wing, Minerva there as well for Tech Wing. Ultron, obviously, and then we need to get Shuri and Scientist Supreme to a decent level without a shadow of a doubt. So, we move on down. We've got Doctor Strange at 28k, Iron Man at 28, Hulk at 27, Mantis at 27, War Machine at 26, Ronan behind myself at 26, with Ghost Rider pretty much at 26, Kree Reaper, Captain Marvel, and Mr. Sinister all knocking around that 25 mark. Moving on down to Mordo at 23, Loki at 23, Shuri, level 60, 23k. So that is going to be a big check mark next to her name. Pope, we need to show her some love, man. We need to show her some love. She's part of that Trinity. And honestly, she is so good in U7. It's redonkulous. Gamora in there at 23, Thanos at 23, Scarlet Witch behind myself at 23 with Drax at 23, Night Nurse at 23, Elsa Bloodstone at 21, 6 with Kree Royal Guard, and then we go down to Scientist Supreme, and that is definitely your next 3 characters that you need to work on without a shadow of a doubt, right? So straight away, I'm not even going to, normally I suggest working on teams, right? I suggest working on teams, but with U7 being the preference here, we're going to go 3 different characters. We're going to go Scientist Supreme, we're going to go Shuri, we're going to go Falcon. Scientist Supreme is going to help out your AIM team anyway. Shuri is going to help out the Wakandan team anyway. And Falcon is going to help out your Power Armor team anyway. So they are going to slot into other teams. That was hard work to say. They are going to slot into other teams for your Blitz rotations and things like that. But that group is going to do you so well, so well going into Ultima 7 without a shadow of a doubt. So starting to favourite them, spend some energy on them every day would be a really good shout in my opinion. Captain America there at 20, Yondu at 19, Miss Marvel at 19, Kingpin at 18, Storm behind me at 17, 3, Deadpool at 17, Bullseye at 17, Kree Cyborg at 16, and America Chavez. See, have you noticed, guys, I've not been called an American Chavez anymore. I've been doing all right, man. I've been doing all right. Conscious effort there, baby. Conscious effort. Hella there at 15.8 with Ant-Man at 15.6, Umbaku at 15.3, Black Panther at 15.2, The Thing at 15, Graviton at 14.6, Colossus at 14.2, Namor at 14, Black Widow at 14, Human Torch there at 13.6. Moving on down, we got Yo-Yo. What? That Yo-Yo needs some loving, baby. That Yo-Yo needs some loving. Now, she will still slot in really well in the Ultima 17, even without Black Bolt. Don't get me wrong. She excels with Black Bolt. Right, excels. But that chance to apply offense down on every single enemy turn is huge. Coulson at 13.5, Elektra at 13.2, Handblade Master at 13.1, Korath the Pursuer at 12.8, with Hand Assassin behind me at 12.6, Psylocke at 12.4, Koye, Killmonger, and Thor making up the rest of those 12s. Going on down to Quake at 11, 8 hand sentry at 11, strife at 11, hand archer at 11, wasp at 11 with Hawkeye, cable, crystal, shield medic and aim researcher all in there at the 11 mark as well. Now, if we were working on defense teams, you've got two really good war defense teams that you could pick between. You've either got shield with Coulson, medic, or you've got the Asgardians there to work on as well, and they are going to be really, really good for boosting your war defense. Then we go down to Kree Oracle, Kree Noble. We got Toad in there at 5/6, Karnak, Merc Riot Guard, Shield Trooper, Shield Operative, Nebula, Ravager Stitcher, Hydra Armor Guard, all the usuals. I'm actually working like mad on Hydra at the moment, guys. I'm working like mad on Hydra because of the anticipation of Red Skull. So, if you guys are looking for a team that you want to get a little bit ahead of the curve with at the moment, start working on them Hydras, guys. Start working on them Hydras, because Red Skull looks redonkulous. Redonkulous. Absolutely redonkulous. Hand Sorceress at 4-1, Ravager Boomer at 4-1, Ravager Bruiser at 3-1, Hydra Rifle Trooper at 3, Merc Soldier, Scientist, Sniper, Cyclops, Hydra Sniper, Shield Assault, all down in the lower echelons. There's definitely not a lot of love for the old Shield team in this roster, with Shield Security there at 2-4 as well, and Hydra Grenade at 2-7, and we've got the Blob already at 194 power. So, what would you be working on, guys? Let me know at this point, before we even switch over to have a look at the same squads. If this was your roster, what would you be working on right now? For me, I'm going to be saying I'd be working on the Trinity, right? I'll be working on Ultron, Shuri, and Scientist Supreme. They would be my main three. As a fourth, I would be working on Falcon to bring into that tech wing, because we've already got Minerva already a little bit built up. So I feel like that would be my main focus. Then possibly a little bit of love for Yo-Yo, because in my mind, I think she's a great turn. I think she's God tier, I really do. Or if I wasn't going to go down the Yo-Yo route, I would probably go down and bolster up one of my defense teams. Now, at this stage, where your roster's at this point in time, I would probably pick Asgardians to booster up that defense team. And the reason for that is the more that you work towards Asgardians, the more you get Black Bolt, that type of thing. But there's a big, gaping, glaring hole that I'm seeing at this point in time, 284 days in, is Phoenix. And Phoenix is going to really help you climb the echelons of Arena, right? So let's have a little look where the Mystic Villain Controllers are, because that might be the team that I would be focusing on, right? That might be the team that I was focusing on. We got Hand Assassin there, so I would have Hand Assassin favorited without a shadow of a doubt. Let's go further up. Feel like I'm missing a couple. Fancy Super. No. Ronan there needs to be favorited. Work on Ronan. Then we've got. Have we got any of them around the 6-star mark yet? I haven't even seen them. Hang on. I feel like I'm going blind. So, because I somehow cannot find some of these Mystic Control, I can't. Oh, there's Mordo. There's Loki. So yeah, I would have them favorited right now. The team to unlock Phoenix is huge. And then she's going to make your whole X-Men team, right? So the Holy Trinity would be priority number 1 for me. Then we would move on to the Phoenix team, would be priority number 2. Maybe even the Phoenix team being priority number 1, and leaving Ultima 7 for a little bit. Because you can always work on the Trinity as and when you go, right? So yeah, Phoenix would be my number 1 priority. Then the Trinity, and then the rest of the people that I put in there. So, for example, in this case, Minerva and Falcon, because I would start with the Tech Wing team and then try and add to it with Hellas and whatnot. So that would be where I'm at right now. But let's have a little look with the save squads and see what we can do. Right, so top of the shop, we have got Jugs and Magneto with the symbiotes. Now, I'm guessing, because those characters are used again literally a little bit further down, I'm guessing this might be the Ultimate 7 team. Sorry, not the Ultimate 7 team, the Dark Dimension team. I've not experienced or played around much with any of these three characters. So I'll put my hands up. My knowledge on Carnage, Venom and Symbiote Spider-Man are just a little bit lacking. I've not messed around much with the symbiotes. They are a big gaping hole in my roster. So I'll put my hands up. I don't know how that team would perform. Moving on down to the Sinister Six. Really, really solid there. We knew they were going to be high power at 225k. I would keep on working on them at this point in time. Obviously, it's going to help with Shuri. I don't think Shuri to 7 is as big as a boost of getting Phoenix, though. You know, like, even though we want to be working on Shuri for that Holy Trinity, I genuinely don't think it's as important as getting the Mystic Villain controllers for Phoenix. I really don't. Then we've got the standard Brotherhood team down here. Obviously, these guys will then jump off once we get Toad and Blob up. We're going to lose Sabretooth and Mystique. They're going to go join up with Mr. Sinister and then the rest of the New Orders. And that's going to be your new Meta Brotherhood team. Then we move down and we're using Jugs yet again. So, and I even see the cooldowns here, right? I even see the cooldowns. You're using Juggernaut a lot, dude. A lot. So, I get it. I get it. He's a big, big thing. Maybe we can look for another tank to put in there. We might drop a few points, right? We might drop a few points. But maybe putting a different tank in there. So, it's not as big as a team, but Ultron's going to carry the team anyway. Because we're using both Mags and Jugs 3 times now, and for a blitz rotation, it's just too much, man. It's gonna eat up them cores a little bit too quick, or them revive things a little bit too quick. Then we're moving down to another offshoot of the Symbiote Spider-Man, and I feel like, to be honest, we could rework these teams a little bit, right? We could rework these teams a little bit. We don't want to be using the same team 3 times. You know, to maximise your blitz, to get the most out of it. Because if you're like me, right, I don't want to be blitzing all day. I don't want to be blitzing all day. I want to do maybe 1-2 rotations a day, tops. And that's if I'm going for it. You know, well, if I'm going for it, maybe 4 a day. But yeah, if it's a milestones and chill thing, I'm going to do 1 rotation. I don't want to be spending any of them charges to refresh them if I'm doing 1 rotation. So trying to make use of your whole roster is going to help out in a big, big way. Then we move down to the OGs, the Defenders. Now, you guys know I've fallen out of love massively with the Defenders. They've carried me through so much content in this game. I had to love them for a long time because of that, but I've fallen out of love with them massively. But in this case, I will make the exception here, because that Punisher has got 5 red stars on him. I would carry on working on him a little bit just to get his power over JJ. Alright, I really like the Blasters on them type of teams. I like the Blasters being the biggest character on that team, just for blitz, right? Makes life so much easier. So I would probably put a little bit more into him, but not as a priority. I mean, not as a priority without a shadow of a doubt. Then we move down to BKT team, and again, on the Blaster side of things, I would like to see Rocket a little bit higher, but really good positioning with Thanos in the middle there, Star-Lord on the far right with Rocket in between. Them guys are going to be feeding Rocket all that energy, and Rocket is going to be clearing up. I like it a lot. Moving on down to the Power Armor team, really, really solid team. Nothing you can do positioning wise. Vision will probably get subbed out soon for Ironheart. But I like the team, and everyone's fairly close together. Again, if I was to work on anyone in that team, it would be Falcon, because I believe Falcon slots into more places than the others. Then we move down to the Hero Brawlers, and you guys know what I'm going to say. Tier 4 that passive, baby. Tier 4 that passive, because that makes them a whole new ball game. That Miss Marvel Tier 4 passive is it's spicy, baby. Moving on down, then we've got the 122k on the Supernatural team. They're all close together. I like it. Doctor Strange is a bit bigger than the rest of them, but nothing crazy. If I was to bring up any one of them higher than the others, I would be looking at Elsa. I think Elsa just does an insane amount of damage. She's a really, really solid toon. So I like Elsa. Moving on down to the Kree, with Korath and Ronan in there as well. We've got Cyborg, Ravager, and I think that's Guard. I believe that's Guard. I always get them a little bit mixed up. So I believe that's Guard. Solid team. Nothing wrong with that. I noticed you've got 5 red stars on Fury. So maybe farming out the old Kree minions might not be a bad shout, because that 5 red stars sat there on Fury could be pretty nice, man. Could be pretty nice. But I don't think it's that high of a priority right now. Then we go down to basically like Wave 1 Avengers. We've got Black Widow in there with Hulk, Captain America, Hawkeye, Night Nurse in there for a little bit of healing. And I love the combination of a healer with Hulk. All right, now for those of you that don't know, if Hulk drops below a certain amount of health, he gains turn meter up straight away and offense up. Does that big Hulk smash, and then if Night Nurse can heal him above that 50% health again, he's going to get it again the next time that he drops. I love it. I love that combination with Hulk and a healer, baby. Then we move down to the mutant team at the moment, obviously without Phoenix being in there. We've got Deadpool in there instead. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe bringing up Cyclops to slot in there instead of Deadpool could be a really good shout. Nothing too crazy. Bringing Cyclops up to about the 15k mark should be enough to help that team out massively. Then we move down to the Wakandans. I'm not a massive fan of Wakanda. I'm really not. I've got mine at about 220k power at the moment. I don't seem to do an awful lot of content with them. There's not many teams that I feel like I can punch up against or anything like that. I'm not a massive fan at all. But I am a massive Shuri fan. You know that. Love her. We need to show some love. Then we go down to the Fantastic Four without Invisible Woman. We've got Mr. Sinister in there, and that's a real solid team. I like it. For War, we want Namor above and beyond the rest of them, and for general fights, we want the Thing and Human Torch in there for Blitz, and that's going to help out massively as well. Then we move down to the Asgardians, baby. Now, this will be probably a very, 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 very big thing for me. I love the Asgardians. I love them in war defense. I think they're a phenomenal team. They unlock Black Bolt. Black Bolt's redonkulous. Would I put them above the Mystic Villain Controllers, though? I don't know right now. I don't know. What would you guys do? Phoenix or Black Bolt, guys? Phoenix or Black Bolt? If you could only go for the one, Phoenix or Black Bolt? I'm intrigued. Then we go 64k with our Ant-Man and Wasp combo. And then we've got 61k there with basically the Inhumans and Coulson. I really like that team. I really like that team a lot. Feel like we're getting the use out of that. Now, who could we put in instead of the Jugs again? I feel like maybe bringing in... I don't think Drax is being used, right? Have we got Drax? Where is Drax? Yeah, so I don't think Drax is being used in any of these save teams. So using Drax in this team might not be a bad shout at all. Because at the moment we've got a 28k character or whatever he is, 22k character, just not being used. So bringing him in would make a lot of sense. Now I've noticed right down the bottom here, I can just see the top of the AIM team as well. So Scientist Supreme, working on Scientist Supreme. She's a beast, man. She's a beast. She's an absolute beast. So that would be where I'm working on. I think you're doing really, really well. 284 days, dude. Guys and girls at home, if you were to take over this roster, what would you be working on and why? Have I missed anything? Let me know. I hope it's helped you, my brother. I hope you've enjoyed the review. And I shall see you all next time, boys and girls. If you want to catch up with me, you know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn them notifications on. Be part of that notification squad hype. And Discord links, all that type of good stuff are down below. But until next time, I shall see you on the flip side. Take it easy.